Please ignite the lamp and mark the commencement of the auspicious occasion for everyone's enlightenment. Sir and Madam, please.
स्मरति साधरितं सकलकाच सुमाधव कदाचित् कालिन्दितटमिति न सङ्गीतकरवु उदभीनिनानि भजन कमला स्वादमधुपं रमा शम्भुर्ब्रह्मासुरपति गणेशाय चितपदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपदो मे हरि ओम शांति।
May I request all the dignitaries to be on the stage, and I request everyone present in the hall, please rise in honor of EAP God. All of you, please come back. Your children.
सलिल सदय ज्ञान प्रदायिनी ज्योतिर्मय हो चहुदिशि उद्घोष अभय धीये भी जय जय धीये भी जय जय प्रबल प्रवाहमयी नित नूतन जीवन दायिनी सदा सनातन वेद प्रणीता परम पुनीता हे धारा अक्षय धीये भी जय जय धीये भी जय जय दयानंद से प्रेम भक्ति ले हंसराज से त्याग शक्ति ले धर्म भक्ति का राष्ट्र शक्ति का हो दिन मान उदय धीये भी जय जय धीये भी जय जय सुख समृद्धि इसकी लहरे प्रेम शांति इसके तट ठहरे सघन शांति में प्रबल कांति में लिए अटल निश्चय धीये भी जय जय धीये भी जय
of DAVCA and DAV United Foundation. Esteemed Chairman of the school, Reverend Madan Mohan Pandya sir, guest of the day, Dr. Goparanjan Mishra, renowned writer and speaker, my principal Vipin Kumar Sahu, supervisor of the school, colleagues, alumni, and my dear budding talents sitting in front of the stage. Hearty welcome to you all to the extravaganza. Henry James, an American-born, literature makes human beings conscious of the need to assert their unique individuality in the face of a world growing increasingly impersonal under the pressure of technology and consumerism. The importance of literature is immense and indescribable. DAVCA dreams of an India where there is no fear, where knowledge is free, where words come from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way to the dreary sand of dead habits. This is the reason for which DAVCA and DAV United Foundation have jointly come forward to instill the value of literature in form of Literature Conclave. This is a unique step in the age of science and commerce. This literary event is not just a festival, my dear children. This is our investment for a strong and vibrant future. And to mark this day, we have today with our Reverend Chairman Sir, Shri Madan Mohan Panda, who is always with us on any occasion or event organized by us. Our beloved chairman is a great passion for literature and always encourages us not to like but love literature. A true lover of student fraternity, the fraternity. Hearty welcome to you, sir, to this day. Please clap for our award chairman.
Good morning, all. Esteemed chairman of the school, Mr. Madan Mohan Panda, guest of the honor, Dr. Goparanjan Mishra, supervisors, teachers, and my dear children. Hearty welcome to all of you to this literature festival. As you all know, the schooling is an important part of any child's mental, physical, and social growth. A school sees its students through many important milestones, influence their behavioral patterns, improve their confidence level, social skills, and promote intellectual growth and individual developments. DAV institutions aims at developing all-round personalities. It is important to help the children to identify their abilities early in life so that their full potential can be realized. In this connection, DAV Center for Academic Excellence and DAV United Foundation jointly started a mission of promoting the essence of literature among the students, teachers, alumni, and parents. This literature conclave is a part of such innovation of DAV College Managing Committee, New Delhi. This aims to encourage and strengthen the community engagement between the students, teachers, principals, managers, and the students to connect each one. This is the first time we are holding it. As you all know that like a spring, the beginning of everything is small, but it takes a huge shape as it continues. I hope in the coming years this conclave will take a shape of carnival. To mark this occasion, I am privileged to be our River Chairman Sir, Mr. M. Panda, who is always eager to join in all the events of the school. Hearty welcome, sir. I am extremely happy to welcome celebrated writer, speaker, motivator to this event. Sir, since long we have been planning for your physical presence in our school. In between, the pandemic created a deadlock and many more activities were hampered because of this pandemic. I am privileged to find you here with us this time. Your presence and certainly will encourage and motivate to my students.
भाषा माध्यमे प्रकाशे नामता साहित्य बोली जानती सर्वे सरस्वता जीवन कहानी कथा जे भरे समाज संस्कार चित्त उदे मनरे केते जादू साहित्य मन पुलकित करे नेआसी मनरे केते आशा से भरे ସିଏ ରଖିବେ ନିଜ ନିଜ ମନ ସୁଦୃଢ଼ କରିବେ ଦେଶ
ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ
ଅନ୍ଧାର ହଟିବ ସାକ୍ଷର ବଢ଼ିବ ଅନ୍ଧାର ହଟିବ ସାକ୍ଷର ବଢ଼ିବ ଅଜ୍ଞାନ ହୋଇବ ନାଶ
ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ କେହି ରହିବେନି ମହାଠୁଆ ହୋଇ ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ
ବିକାଶ ହୋଇବ ବେକାରୀ ଘଟିବ ପଢ଼ିଲେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ
ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିବେ ସଭିଏ ପାଠ
জীবন আকাশে সূর্য হইব জীবন আকাশে সূর্য হইব সপন হইব সত
পঢ়িবে সভিয়ে পাঠ 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 পঢ়িবে সভিয়ে পাঠ
A very good morning to one and all present over here. Esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Bhubaneswar, esteemed chairman sir, respected principal sir, supervisors, teachers and my dear friends. I am Nikisha Mohanty of class 9C and I will be delivering a few lines on the importance of literature and literature boundaries. To produce sense and awareness about the value of literature and education, the UNESCO announced the World Literacy Day on 8 September to promote literacy and to let people know their rights for social and human development. This time, the theme of World Literacy Day is transforming literacy, learning spaces, exploring opportunities and possibilities. This day is celebrated to encourage people towards getting continuous education, and education is totally impossible without literature. Literature plays a very crucial role in educating the masses. Maximum students are introduced to literature inside their schools. Reading and writing, which are the two main aspects of a child's academic development, can be taught only through literature. It thus lays a deeper foundation for further learning. While literature does play a very vital role in education, it, more importantly, teaches us moral ethics. Moral stories and classical epics such as the Ramayana give us crucial insights into the human life and help us to develop a better understanding of the deeper intricacies of life. Literary works also have the habit of reading helps you to develop your imagination and creativity. Because when you read a book, you actually try to imagine what you're reading. You create those scenes in your mind. You create an alternate world of the book in your mind. Thus, it curates your ability to be creative and to be imaginative. I once read somewhere that I never vent my anger, pain or grief. I just write then poison down. Literature has always been a great outlet for conveying emotions. From fables such as the Panchatantra to novels such as Pride and Prejudice or Jane Eyre, our whole life revolves around literature and stories. To some people,
ছোট তোমার রাষ্ট্রপাল respected Chief Guest, Dr. Mishra, esteemed Principal of the school, Vipin Rahul, members of the faculty, and my dear young friends. It is a rare privilege for me to inaugurate a function like this because I am not a literature, nor I have made any professional research or study in literature. Of course, our guest is there to enlighten me further. I will simply say this function is being organized to expose you to the need for studying literature, because that will enrich your mind and make you capable of facing any difficult situation. Because in literature you find so many problems being solved, you find so many difficult doubting.
सभापति महोदय, निमंत्रित अतिथिगण एवं मेरे प्रिय मित्रों, मैं हूँ श्री कक्षा 7वीं ख की छात्रा आपके समक्ष अपनी स्वरचित कविता पेश करने जा रही हूँ। मेरी कविता का शीर्षक है अतीत और वर्तमान। बचपन में जिस अंधेरे में डर लगता था, आज इस अंधेरे में सुकून मिलता है। बचपन में जिस अंधेरे में डर लगता था, आज इस अंधेरे में सुकून मिलता है। हाथ में भरी होते हुए भी वक्त का पता ना हो, यही बड़ा होना कहलाता है, यही बड़ा होना कहलाता है। तब वक्त था बहुत पर नहीं था पैसा, तब वक्त था बहुत पर नहीं था पैसा। आज पैसा है मगर वक्त नहीं, आज पैसा है मगर वक्त नहीं। ये जिंदगी कब किसे क्या दिखा जाए पता नहीं तुम्हें, ये जिंदगी कब किसे क्या दिखा जाए पता नहीं तुम्हें। असंभव है समझना कि ये जिंदगी क्यों इतनी मुश्किल लगती है हमें, क्यों इतनी मुश्किल लगती है हमें। तब 20 रुपए बचाने के लिए 20 मिनट चलते थे, तब 20 रुपए बचाने के लिए 20 मिनट चलते थे। आज 20 मिनट बचाने के लिए 20 रुपए खर्च देते हैं, आज 20 रुपए बचाने के लिए 20 मिनट खर्च देते हैं। तब बाहर खाने का मन करता था, तब बाहर खाने का मन करता था। आज माँ के हाथ के दाल के लिए दिल तरस जाता है, दिल तरस जाता है। तब मुश्किल था बातों को समझाना सदा, तब मुश्किल था बातों को समझाना सदा। आज मुश्किल है पूरा करना हर वादा। तब झूठ बोल के रोते थे, आज सच बोल के रोते हैं, आज सच बोल के रोते हैं। लेकिन तब भी था माँ का गोद सबसे प्यारा, आज भी देता है माँ का गोद संसार का सुख सारा। जीते हैं सभी अतीत में वर्तमान, जीते हैं सभी अतीत में वर्तमान। लेकिन होता है सब कुछ समान, होता है सब कुछ समान। मन में सुकून और रातों में नींद के वास्ते दिल तड़पता रहता है। मन में सुकून और रातों में नींद के वास्ते दिल तड़पता रहता है। जाने क्यों लगता है ऐसे, बड़ा होना खुशियाँ छीन लेता है, बड़ा होना खुशियाँ छीन लेता है।
सेनापति आज आपणमान निकटरे निजर स्वरचित कविता पठन करने जाऊँगी। मोर कवितार शीर्षक है मो गर्भ मो जन्मभूमि। यही तो मोहर भारत भूमि, एहारी बक्षरे जन्म दे गर्वे मथा जाए आकाश छुई। एमाटी स्नेह आउ केउठी नाही, मो माँ माटी रे पढ़ी मुही केते स्नेह आउ आदर पाई। माँ पक्षे मुही खेली कूदी नाची केते, हसी हसी सब सही सीए थरे हेले रोष करी मते। ଝରଣା ବହୁଛି ତାହାରି ବକ୍ଷରେ ଜୀବନ ସଞ୍ଚାର ପାଇଁ, ବୃକ୍ଷ ଫଳ ପୁଷ୍ପ ହସୁଥାନ୍ତି ସଦା ତାହାରି ମମତା ପାଇ, ତାହାରି ମମତା ପାଇ। ଖଣିଜ ଦ୍ରବ୍ୟରେ ଭରା ମୋର ଦେଶ, ପ୍ରକୃତିର ଗନ୍ତା ଘର, ସୁଜଳା ସୁଫଳା ଶସ୍ୟ ଶ୍ୟାମଳା, ଆହା କି ଦିଶେ ସୁନ୍ଦର, ଆହା କି ଦିଶେ ସୁନ୍ଦର। ଏହି ମାଟିରେ ଜନ୍ମ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି କେତେ ବୀର ସନ୍ତାନ, ମାଟିର ସମ୍ମାନ ରଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ବଳିଦାନ। ଭାରତ ଭୂମିକୁ ଜୟ କରିବାକୁ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ଶତ୍ରୁପଣ କରି, ବୀର ସନ୍ତାନଙ୍କ ସାହସ ଆଗରେ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ନୁଆଇ ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି ପୁଣି ଫେରି। ଭାରତ ଭୂଇଁ ମୋ ପୁଣ୍ୟ ଭୂଇଁ, ଏଠି ସମସ୍ତେ ସମାନ, ହିନ୍ଦୁ ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନ ଶିଖ ବୌଦ୍ଧ ଜୈନ ଓ ମୁସଲମାନ। ସମସ୍ତେ ରୁହନ୍ତି ଭାଇ ଭାଇ ପରି, ନାହିଁ କିଛି ଭେଦଭାବ, ସୁଖେ ଦୁଃଖେ ସବୁ ଏକାଠି ହୁଅନ୍ତି, ମନାଇ କେତେ ପରବ। ଭାରତ ମାଟିରେ ଜନ୍ମ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି କେତେ କେତେ ଗବେଷକ, ନୂଆ ଗବେଷଣା ନୂଆ ଉଦ୍ଭାବନା କରି ରଖିଛନ୍ତି ମାଟିର ଟେକ।
Here, today I, Akruti Patnaik of class 8B, am going to read out the self-composed poem on books. I dedicate this poem to all the book lovers, as I do believe that books play a really important role in our life. Books, the man-made treasure of wisdom. Books provide knowledge about every country and city. They are the embodiment of human creativity. Books improve vocabulary and spellings. To fly in the air of wisdom, they provide us wings. Reading the stories of Twain, Blyton and Wilson, our minds shine with creativity and imagination. Books snatch from us the boredom of us. In the darkness of life, they are like twinkling stars. Reading the biographies of freedom fighters gives us such inspiration. Books force the reader to have multiple interpretations. Lying on a bed and a book in hand, I never look up and never like to stand. A 5-year-old child or a man in his 80s, be it gentlemen or be it ladies, anyone and everyone can read a book of his choice. Reading a book, every individual enjoys. Stop harming your eyes by mingling with Instagram and Facebook. Instead, shine your minds by going through the pages of a book. To cut off illiteracy, books are like a knife. Make friends with books, you'll never regret life.
Good morning, one and all present over here. I, as one of the class 9B, standing before you to represent my self-composed short story. Tribute to Kanna. Kanna was one of the most unbeatable and unsung warrior of the war Mahabharata. He was also a great Danvi. Before the Mahabharata happened, one day Lord Krishna and Arjuna were discussing about the economic conditions of their kingdom Indraprastha. At this time, Arjuna had a query and asked Lord Krishna about the world's greatest donor, and Krishna immediately took the name of Kanna, who was the king of Anga kingdom. Arjuna was astonished to hear his name and argued by saying his elder brother was the greatest donor as he was Dharmraj. Krishna tried to make Arjuna understand about the greatness of Kanna, but Arjuna denied every time. So Krishna had an idea and told Arjuna to dress up as a poor Brahmin, and they both went to same gate of and went to the court of Indraprastha in front of Yudhishthira. They both asked him for some dry sandalwood. Yudhishthira ordered his troops to find it in the forest, but as it was the rainy season, they all came back empty-handed. Yudhishthira sent Lord Krishna and Arjuna back thinking of them as Brahmin, without food, very shameful. After this, they went to the royal court of Anga in front of Kanna and asked him about the dry sandalwoods.
Over here, this is Sajita Mishra of class 8C, standing here to present my self-written story. The title of my story is Angels in Disguise. I was orphaned at the age of 4, losing both of my parents in the terrific time. I still remember the screams and gunshots. My parents were dripping with blood, shouting for help. I wasn't able to understand anything. Some nice guy saw me and sent me to an orphanage nearby. But due to explosions, one of my ear was visible. No one wanted to adopt me as their son. The nights were painful as hell. All I could do was dream about the warmth of a mother's hug and cry. Seeing my friends getting adopted was even more painful because I was kind of jealous of the newfound family. I felt helpless. Slowly, I lost interest and didn't want to meet anyone. I was traumatized and mostly spent time alone. Just like that, 3 years of my life spent in an orphanage. It was Christmas morning. A couple came into the orphanage to donate some money. I was sitting under a tree talking to myself when they spotted me. The lady gently asked me my name. Jacob, I replied. The couple looked at me and nodded. They turned back and returned to the warden office. I was a little confused at this behavior. On the speaker, the warden called for my name. It turned out that this couple was adopting me. I was too scared to face them. The bad thoughts covered my brain like dark clouds. What do you even expect from a 7-year-old?
The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it from you. I repeat, the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it from you. With this beautiful lines, a very good morning to everybody, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, and my lovely audience. Already Jagdish sir has told you that I am here today to highlight little bit on the book. Let Them Fly, My Tryst with Kids. This is the book. Yes, all of you can see here. And the great writer, educationist, academician, Madam Dr. Nisha Pesant has highlighted anecdotes, real life experience, case studies in this particular book, which will really reflect a lot to the stakeholders, especially to the teachers, parents, of course, you all, my dear children. Around 25 stories has been highlighted in this particular book, which will definitely make each one of you learn something. I, on this podium, tell each one of you that I also learned a lot from this. Every time I am reading this case studies, I feel, am I wrong somewhere in handling? Have I committed some mistake? I am finding myself in the story. It's real, 100% true. Each and every story, dear children, Madam Nisha Pesant has reflected in such a beautiful way that you will feel that yes, it's true to some extent. One particular example I am telling you in front of you because my other teachers are there, they will be highlighting the stories. One incident I am telling in child retrospect. A teacher told in the class, draw an apple. Yes, apples are red, of course. The teacher told, yes, the color of the apple is red. This is a red apple. She showed everything in the class. Then she told the children, all of you start drawing. Everybody started drawing the apple. They started to draw the apple. So the teacher went around and said, look who is drawing what. It is obvious the teacher does that in the class. Suddenly she came across someone drawing red color, someone drawing green. But one child, she drew it in brown color. Then the teacher asked, can you tell me why you have drawn it in brown? Everybody is drawing red, I told it is red. She told, ma'am, this is a rotten apple. So, what do you say, children? Was that child wrong in drawing that apple? Was she wrong that the apple was brown in color and she told it is a rotten apple? Yes? So let us give the children space. Let us let them have that creativity within them. So
धन्यवाद मैडम। वैदिक मुनि ऋषि मତରେ शिक्षा अतीत संस्कृतिर वाहक सांप्रतिक सभ्यतार पोषक तथा भविष्यत प्रगतिर जनक जो अनुभूति मनुष्यर चिंता चेतना को जागृत करे दृष्टिभंगी को प्रसारित करे प्रतिक्रिया को मार्जित करे ताकू प्रकृत शिक्षा कहुए। तेणु शिक्षा एक जीवनव्यापी प्रक्रिया। शिक्षा होउछि जीवन एवं जीवन होउछि बहुविध शिक्षार समाधान मात्र। किंतु हाथ थे सब लिखि हुए लेट देम फ्लाए सेमानंतु उड़ीबाकु दिया जाऊ 25 टी गल्प मध्यरु मो गोटिए गल्प को तुममानंकु पई चयन करिछि जहार नाम हेउछि बिल्डिंग ट्रस्ट विश्वास जन्माइबा बा आस्था भाजन कराइबा पिता एहारे उपरे आधारित एही गल्पटी जहार नाम हेउछि बिल्डिंग ट्रस्ट लेखिकांकर निजस्व अनुभूति संजात गल्पटी बेसी दिन कथा नुहे दूरदर्शन एक सीधा प्रसारण कार्यक्रम लेखिका विचारक रूपे उपस्थित होता से दुईटी दल गोटे दल होउछि अभिभावक गोष्ठींकर एवं अपर दलटी होउछि छात्र छात्री मानकर अभिभावक मानकर अभियोग थाए आजिकार पिलामाने संठना शिखुनाहांती सेमानकर आचार व्यवहार चाली चलन में आम भली शुद्धता नहीं पिलामानकर अभियोग थाए अभिभावक माने सेमानकर कथा शुणुनाहांती सेमानकर इच्छा सेमानकर स्वप्न को जोर जबरदस्त सेमानक उपरे लदी दिया जाउछि एही भली भाबरे परस्पर को आरोप करि चलिले एवं शेषरे गोटे परिवारर घटना आसंतु आमे शुणिबा माँ और झील मध्य एक कथोपकथन।
धन्यवाद श्री मैम, आपने यथार्थ समय की मांग को बखूबी इजहार किया है, जताया है। समाज में यही होता ही है। शिक्षा प्राप्त करना सभी का हक है, अधिकार है। सभी पढ़े, सभी पढ़े। शिक्षा आपको साधारण बनाता है। जब आप साधारण बन जाते हैं ना, तब आपको सुख, शांति, समृद्धि, उन्नति सब कुछ मिल जाता है। सुप्रभात। विश्व साक्षरता दिवस पर आप सभी को अशेष शुभकामनाएं। इस कार्यक्रम को के बागडोर को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं ये स्पष्ट कर देना चाहूंगी कि अपने अधिकार को शिक्षा ही अवगत कराता है। आपको शोषित होने से वही बचाता है। शिक्षा पल पल आपका साथ निभाती जाती है आजीवन। वहीं अगर आप अशिक्षित हैं, अशिक्षा दुख, उदारता, निराशा, हताशा, असफलता, यहाँ तक कि बीमारी, कई बीमारियों को आप तक घसीट लाने का करारा चोट बन जाता है, जिसमें आप दुखी होकर और बढ़ते जाते हैं। जी हाँ, इसी पर शिक्षा किस तरह की होनी चाहिए, इस पर मैं एक छोटी सी हमारी लेखिका जो है उच्च कोटि, जिसके बारे में मुझे कहना अतिथि होगी मेरे लिए, डॉक्टर निशा पेशिंग जी की एक छोटी सी कहानी मैं आपके सामने साझा करना चाहूंगी। ये ज्यादा समय की बात नहीं है, लगभग 1990 के दशक की बात है। लेखिका के घर के पास एक और परिवार रहता था, जिसमें रोहित नाम का एक 5-6 साल का बालक था। उसके परिवार में उसके अभिभावक रहते थे साथ में। बालक 5-6 साल का होने के नाते कुछ घर से कुछ शब्द सीखता था। अब धीरे धीरे विद्यालय जाने लगा था, वहां से भी कुछ शब्दों का सीख लेता था। धीरे धीरे यूं होता है उसके घर में, उसके घर के साथ लेखिका का बहुत अच्छा संबंध हो जाता है और लेखिका कभी कभार वहां जाकर अपने विचारों का आदान प्रदान करती हैं और रोहित की माँ उनसे अपने भावों को साझा करती हैं। कुछ दिनों के बाद रोहित के नाना नानी उनके घर आते हैं कुछ समय रहने के लिए, लेकिन उसके नाना रोहित के साथ घुल मिलने के बाद वो देखते हैं रोहित के शब्दों में कुछ आपत्तिजनक शब्द लगे हैं। कुछ ऐसे शब्दों का वो आवृत्ति करता है, जब वो प्रयोग करता है बड़े या छोटों के साथ, तो वो शायद सम्मानास्पद ना हो। ये बात नाना जी को बड़ा ही अखरता है। तो नाना जी कहाँ बोले इस चीज को, उन्होंने रोहित की माँ के सामने इसकी उसके लिए बताई, उसके बारे में शिकायत दर्ज की।
Very good morning to everyone present over here, respected dignitaries, teachers, and my fellow schoolmates. Literature Conclave to discuss about the potential career opportunities in the field of literature. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, we, the student panelists, would share our opinion, our perspective on what we feel about careers in literature. And after we're done speaking, after we're done sharing our point of views, we'll take a couple of questions from the audience and we'll try our best to make the session as interactive as possible. So, to begin with, I would like to start by saying, we live in a society which is filled with prospects of engineering and medicine. Almost every single student that I speak to wants to, to be honest, 50% plus of the students that I speak to want to pursue something related to engineering or medicine, which creates this false impression among the minds of students that there are not a lot of other career opportunities. And in reality, there's a plethora of career opportunities in the world waiting for the right person to jump into them and succeed. Something that I strongly believe in is that your degree doesn't matter. What matters more is your passion for what it is you are pursuing. Because to be in the top 1% of your industry, you need passion. Every single person that you've seen who has mastered their craft is extremely passionate about what it is they're doing. You cannot be a master of your craft if you don't truly love what it is you're doing. You need to be passionate. It isn't your degree, your university, or your industry that makes you successful. It is passion. Because you know what? Passion is what helps you go the extra mile. If you're competing with someone who's just doing a task for the sake of completing it, you, on the other hand, are passionate about it. You will always be that guy. Therefore, today, I know there's a lot of students in here who have already decided that they want to pursue something in the field of literature. And I know there's a few of you who are in the process of realization, who are still thinking if you want to pursue this or not. And I know there's some of you that will definitely go into the field of literature, but at the moment you feel lost. You have no idea what it is you want to do in life. And that's completely alright. We are here to tell you today that it is imperative for all of us to collectively realize the fact that there's tons of career opportunities in the field of literature. And to get into the nitty-gritty of it, first of all, I would like to speak about the first career opportunity that you have that interests me a lot, personally. So the first one is content writer and online blogging. Now, you may not be aware of this, but there are companies and individuals in the world that are willing to pay you tons of money to write great content for them. Because they need great writing on their social media to grow their outreach, to grow their audience, and to build their brand and business. And it's not just companies, there's individuals as well who are willing to spend a lot, who are willing to do a lot to get great writing delivered to their audience. Now we are in the internet era. Almost every single person in this room has access to internet. What do I mean almost? Everybody in the room has access to internet. So what differentiates you and everybody else is great writing. If you're on the internet, you're a great writer, your content, your writing is going to stand apart from the crowd. Which is why I believe if you are truly interested in this is definitely something worth exploring. In fact, I will tell you an incident. I was recently exploring this job opportunity where there was this individual who wanted a content writer, someone who just wrote persuasive content for YouTube community posts and Twitter posts. That sounds simple, right? But this job opportunity pays you 24 to 56 lakhs per annum. Let me repeat that. 24 to 56 lakhs per annum. The kind of revenue great writing can generate online in today's world is mind-boggling. So this is definitely something you guys need to take seriously if you're interested in it, of course. Now, to proceed further, I would like to request Anindita to enlighten us all with further career opportunities. Anindita, please.
Alright. So, we know that there are hundreds of incidents happening around the world every single hour. And truth be told, majority of people have no idea about the happenings around the globe. This is where the need of journalism comes in. The world needs talented individuals who have a strong command over certain language in terms of speaking and writing, so that they can communicate and deliver the truth to the audience and make them aware of their surroundings and everything that's happening around the world. In today's internet age, the need of authentic and great quality journalism is higher than ever. The audience is changing, the content delivery is changing, and this is an opportunity for you to jump right into and make most out of. Not to mention that this is probably the most dynamic and exciting job one could ever have. Every day you go into work,
The product or service that you see around you may be traced back to a large corporation that play a significant role in keeping the economy running. These corporations need people who can communicate with the public, can speak before them and speak on behalf of them, and clarify the stances regarding various aspects for the corporations and without the corporations. These corporations need the people who can make the community know about the various things happening inside and outside the corporations. This brings me here about the next career option, that is a public relations manager.
We could go on and on about the potential career opportunities one could pursue after taking an interest in literature. But our job here isn't to give you all the information in the world. We are here to tell you that indeed there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of paths one could explore. We are merely here to spark that interest within you and help you discover what you truly wish to pursue. Just like Abhi stated, people tend to have this misconception that there aren't a lot of careers in literature. We often hear our classmates who have English as their favorite subject lost in terms of what it is that they'll do in the future. But remember one thing: the world isn't composed of just a little amount of professions. There are an endless number of professions that you could pursue.
Increase the importance of literature in the society and to make people more literate in general.
That is a great question, and to promote literature is probably the simplest thing you could do. Go to the library, pick up any book that you like, anything. It could be, once you start developing that habit of reading, difficult at first, of course, because you're not used to the idea of reading. You may find reading boring, because we're so addicted to getting our dopamine levels checked by using social media, by doing all sorts of things that give us a quick sense of happiness and satisfaction. But what you can do is you can start reading books. And as a community, as individuals, what we can do is we can start reading books, encourage everybody around you to pick up anything they like and start reading. Because once an individual starts doing his side from his level, everybody else is going to follow. And that's how I feel we can promote literature in our community.
What are the most genuine and practical ways to alter the destiny of illiterate children? I wanted to ask, what are the most genuine and practical ways to alter the destiny of illiterate children?
The government plays a major role in this, and of course us as a community also play a major role in this. What we should do is try to help people around you. If you see somebody that might be struggling, you should try your best to help students, illiterate students around you, because they are also a part of our future. They are the future citizens of our nation. So we need to nurture them, and from our side we should do everything we can. But I believe the government plays a major role in this as well. So that's how I think we can work on that. Any time, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you everyone for your time.
Of course, your principal has asked me several times, and I too tried to come, but COVID came on the way and it could not materialize. I am so happy that at last it has materialized and I have been able to come. Respected Chairman Sri Panda, Principal Sri Naik, all of the teachers who are associated with organizing this beautiful concert, which is so enlightening. And as I listened to the poems recited by some of the students, and also stories, and this discussion on the job prospects available if you are into literature. Yes, I agree when you say that so much knowledge is at our fingertip, but you have to be very careful while acquiring information through internet. I would like to cite an example which may sound a little funny, but it's a very serious thing. A couple of years back, I had been to a plus 2 college, 11 and 12th standard students, well-known college, and I asked them, after some minutes, they had a chapter which had been taken from Jawaharlal Nehru's autobiography. And I asked them how many children Nehru had. You may be surprised to know that none of the students were able to say. There was no answer. And finally one girl student said, "Sir, Nehru had just one child, a daughter. What's her name?" She was Indira Gandhi. Then I asked, was she Indira Gandhi from the beginning, or it happened afterwards? And the same girl said, no, she was Indira Priyadarshini, but after the marriage, she came to be known as Indira Gandhi. That prompted me to put a very simple question. Can anyone of you tell me the name of Indira Gandhi's husband? I was prepared for just one answer because we know that she married just once in her life. But there were as many as 3 to 4 different answers. And the first answer was shocking. Someone said, the answer was Mahatma Gandhi. And what answers were still to come? Yes, another said Rajiv Gandhi, Sanjay Gandhi, even Rahul Gandhi. No Gandhi was spared. Anyone having Gandhi as a surname became Mrs. Gandhi's husband. And finally, one student said, no, her husband's name was Firoz Khan. You know, Firoz Khan is an actor. And yes, he was an actor. But there was some problem with Mrs. Gandhi's marriage. So he was adopted by Mahatma Gandhi, came to be known as Firoz Gandhi, and that is how the marriage took place. Citing this example, I would like to tell you that while, yes, as you say, whole of knowledge, the information is at our disposal, but we have to be very particular about what we are acquiring, or else indiscriminately, if we just browse on the internet, there may be information, but what we need to do is to know that it is authentic, it is reliable. That's one thing. And as regards job prospect, you speak of teachership, extolling the virtues and the merit of a teacher. or develop the career of a journalist. Well, those things are there. If you are having a proficiency in this language and literature, and if you are able to express yourself well enough in English, there are prospects. Caterpillar, 4 lines. Hairy and scary, you pretty crawly thing. Men often spring and freeze at your sight. Say, is it true that a worm like you can grow to something so pretty and bright? Caterpillar. There's another poem, newspaper. It's written again from a child's point of view. Suppose the kuchi, Papa Ma Nirandako, बहुत व्यस्त ଆଉ ଘଡ଼ି 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 କେବଳ ଗେଟ୍ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି କେତେବେଳେ ହକର ଆସିବ ନ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ପେପରଟା ଦବ ଏତେ ତାଙ୍କ ମନରେ ଉତ୍କଣ୍ଠା so eager and if newspaper comes and what happens thereafter. It's a small one reading from a child's point of view. While sipping their morning tea, my parents impatient look at the gate. Quite often I hear them say, he meets a timing, he is always late. Do you know with whom are they? Annoyed almost every day? A lazy hawker, no one else, newspaper is what he sells. The moment he is seen at the gate, not for a second my parents are late in grabbing the paper from his hand, and soon they are lost in a different land. Our breakfast table with butter and bread and fruits and jam and fresh cheese plate lie strangely sadly unattended since something else is on their head. Who should read it first of two to settle the matter? They have no clue. They argue and shout and sometimes fight, but who can tell them who is right? Last time, yeah. Yet it surprises me no end that a thing that's treated like a bosom friend in a few minutes' time lies unwanted to be picked and arranged by our mate. That's all. This is very small poem, love poem. You may like it. Written by the famous poet and filmmaker Guljar. It's written from a lover's point of view. He remembers one day when his girlfriend came to him, spent some time with him, and after that she has left. Maybe some days, or months, or years. And recalling that day, the lover says, this is how the poem goes. याद है एक दिन मेरे मेज पे बैठे बैठे सिगरेट की डिबिया पर तुमने छोटे से पौधे का एक स्केच बनाया था। याद है एक दिन मेरे मेज पे बैठे बैठे सिगरेट की डिबिया पर तुमने छोटे से पौधे का एक स्केच बनाया था। आकर देखो उस पौधे पर फूल आया है। And regarding journalism, I would like to cite an example here. बेसी ऑडियंस नांदी तुम्हें माने बेसी संख्या में गोटे कॉम्पैक्ट रूम अच्छी जो रूम में गोटे आई फील वेरी कंफर्टेबल फॉर लेवल आई एम स्पीकिंग टू यू मते बहुत भल लागला जे एमती गोटे एई प्रकार गोटे मीटिंग अरेंज कराई आउ लिटरेचर कॉन्क्लेव जोटा ହେଇଛି ସେଥିରେ ପିଲାମାନେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଡାକି ଷ୍ଟେଜକୁ ଡାକିକିରି ସେମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ପୋଏମ୍ ତାଙ୍କର ସର୍ଟ ଷ୍ଟୋରି ରିଭ୍ୟୁ କଲେ ଜବ୍ ପ୍ରସ୍ପେକ୍ଟସ୍ କ'ଣ ଅଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଗ୍ରୁପ୍ ଡିସ୍କସନ୍ ଗୋଟେ ତାଙ୍କର ହେଲା ଏସବୁ କଥା ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଆମର ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ ଭଳିଆ DAV ଇନଷ୍ଟିଟ୍ୟୁସନ୍ କେବଳ ତୁମର ନୁହେଁ ଅନ୍ୟ DAV ସ୍କୁଲ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ବିକଜ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଆସୋସିଏଟେଡ୍ विभिन्न समय जाए ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି this is something unique and this is something so good on the part of the institution to arrange such meetings, to give a platform to students, to encourage them to come to the rise, face the audience, say something. Doesn't matter how brief they are, किंतु सेठी आसी किछि कहबा जो गोटे स्कोप ताको मिलुची एटा गोटे बहुत बड़ा कथा। मु तो निजे स्कूल पढ़ला बेलू मोर मन पड़ुनी केवे आम टीचर कि कौन से फंक्शन डाकिक किसी कहवाई सुजोग दि जाऊला, सुजोग देले भी मुझे कही पार था कारण मो क्लास बहुत नर्वस थी। अनेक समय मुझे आंसर जानी किंतु क्लासरूम एमती गोटे फंक्शन में क्लासरूम में टीचर गोटे क्वेश्चन पचारा बेलू मुठिकी गोटे आंसर दे पानी मत लगुता जमी ऑल द ब्लड केम टू माय ईयर्स एंड फेस एंड आई फेल्ट सो नर्वस। I stood tongue tied. I was not able to stay. And so mate a teaching profession को आशा पढ़ा, where I will be facing hundreds of students day after day for long 35 years. You know, my sincere advice to all of you, गोटे डायरी मेंटेन करो। डायरी में ऑनेस्टली तुम जहाँ फीलिंग गुड और बैड, डिजायरेबल अनडिजायरेबल जो धरण फिलिंग्स तुमको आसूची ऑनेस्टली रेकर्ड कर, डेट भी लिख। अंतत केते वर्ष पर तुम निज डायरीटा पढ़ला बेलू तुम गोटे इट विल बी काइंड ऑफ हिस्टोरिकल डॉक्यूमेंट। गोटे पर्टिकुलर डे ताकू तुम जो रिकॉल कर पढ़ी रिकॉल कर तो हाँ एमती गोटे घटना होता एमती मो स्कूल पढ़ला बेले गोटे फंक्शन होता ये मैंने सब आसते हु आर प्रेजेंट एवं जो तुम क्लासमेट्स माने सीनियर जूनियर किसी कहते से तुम मन में कौ भाया फिलिंग आसूची एमती आसूची हाँ मीटिंगटा बहुत भल होता, फंक्शन बहुत भल होता, मे बी इट कुड हैव बीन मेड लिटिल बेटर। जहाँ मन को आसूची तुम लिख दैट इज इन माय ओपिनियन दैट विल बी गुड बिगिनिंग फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू टू बिकम अ राइटर और बिकम अ गुड पोएट on a daily basis. What inspires me? Yes. What inspires me is what the persons who inspire.
So in general, what inspires you in life to write, to do anything that you want to do?
सेमती तो मोर मन पड़ुनी मत कौन इंस्पायर कर। हाँ मोर मेमोरीज मोर पास्ट मेमोरीज मन पकाई जो किसी घटना मत इन ए वे दैट इंस्पायर्स मी टू राइट some memories of the past.
Thank you.
Should be audible and you should be visible to them. Yes.
It's great to have you here. So you just spoke about the stage fear and stuff. So I personally speaking, I am very afraid of speaking on this stage. Even now, I am my feet trembling when I speak in front of a lot of people. So I want to ask, how did you?
ओवरकम आप कभी कौन मोर तो स्कूल लाइफ पूरा सरीगला आ कॉलेज रे बसली कॉलेज रे किसी स्कोप नथला किसी क्वेश्चन के पचारती क्लास रे तेणु किसी आंसर देवार मते स्कोप नथला वट एवर लिटिल स्कोप वाज देयर इट वाज देयर इन द स्कूल बट आई यूज्ड टू फील सो नर्वस दैट आई वाज नॉट एबल टू आंसर एनी ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस स्कूल क्वेश्चंस ताको ग्रेजुअली ताको केमिति कति ओवरकम ताको gradually means because of my job, the job demanded that I come to the classroom, face the students, say something, don't say processes which I get.
Writer's block, and if you have, then how did you handle it? Since you are writer, what is one?
When nothing strikes and the writer is at a loss what to write. That's a very common feeling, not something very peculiar in my case. Writers and poets do have a phase when they are at a loss as to what to write and how to write. They find themselves totally in the dark. But not only this happens in case of writers, it happens in the life of many persons from other fields. For example, sports. You see the kind of
how we have overcome all the difficulties in our lives.
Okay, in my school, I didn't have any such. Or maybe there was a small home, like in case of many students. Kichi kono gote likhi bi boli, but nothing in particular. And everyone associated with organizing this enlightenment function for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to spend some time with you. I really enjoyed being here. I enjoyed speaking, and I also liked very much the way you came forward and put your questions. I hope I answered to your satisfaction. I'm not very sure about that. But on the whole, I enjoyed my stay. Thanks again for inviting me and spending some and helping me spend some time with you. Thank you so much.
I declare the book exhibition open.
Thank you, sir, for your motivation and guidance to make today's event successful. I thank the academic supervisors for their ensuring of and accomplishment of the event. I especially thank Mr. Arun Kumar Mahapalia for his valued cooperation in organizing the book fair. Last but not the least, I thank all the students for their patience. And we all expect you to be passionate about reading and purchasing books. Here you will find different books from different aspects, from different areas. So you may go through them.
of challenge and toil. Miles to walk, hours before sunrise, walking to take rations from the saintly teacher near the hill. This how the poem goes on, and the poet APJ Abdul Kalam dedicated this poem to his mother.
ଏବଂ କେବେ ଦିନେ ହେଲେ ଯେ ଅଳସ ଆଣି ବସି ରହୁନଥିଲେ। ସେହି ରାମବାଳିକ କୁହନ୍ତି ଯେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି ଉତ୍କଳମଣି କିଛି ନା କିଛି କାମ କରୁଥାନ୍ତି, ଗୀତା ପାଠ କରନ୍ତୁ, ପୂଜା ପାଠ କରନ୍ତୁ କିମ୍ବା ଲେଖାଲେଖି କରନ୍ତୁ। ଜୀବନର ଅଧିକାଂଶ ସମୟ ତାଙ୍କର ଲେଖାଲେଖିରେ କଟିଯାଇଛି। এই লেখালেখি কেতে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ মহত্বপূর্ণ তাহা আজ আমার এই সাহিত্য সম্মেলন আমি জাঁপারে। যদি সে এমিতি গুড়ে কবিতা লেখি নথান্তে আম মানক হৃদয়কে স্পর্শ করে নথান্তা তেবে কোন আমি তাকে আজ মনে রক্ষি থাকতে। সেইথিরে বাগ্মী মানে খুব অসাধারণ ভাষণ দেবার দক্ষতা তাঁর ଥିଲା।
Totally forgot. For what I'm here. Ma'am, you had invited me. Do you remember my name, Erin? I forgot my name. Do you know my name? Tell.
Prachitaraman.
What's my name? What's my name? Oh, yes, I remember. I'm Prachitaraman. So, what am I? What do I do? Do I? Am I a sweeper? Then am I? Am I a doctor? Then am I? Am I? I'm not. Oh, I remember. Yes, I remember. I am. So children, do you remember 2 stable? 2 ones are 2. Say 2 twos are 4. I'm a math teacher. Huh? Then I am a who narrated stories and the 3 children who sang so beautiful songs. We all forgot everything. So I will call all those budding talents. Please be here with me for one good photograph. Then I'll remember my stories. So I welcome the 3 children who narrated the stories and the children who sang the songs and me. Can I give them a big round of applause once again? Beautifully said, all of them so talented. I know many more talent is there also. But children, I must congratulate the principal ma'am, supervisor ma'am and all the teachers who are guiding you so well. And the children who sang, they are not here, but they sang also so beautifully. Thank you very much. Keep it up. Okay. So now I remember why I am here. Would you like to listen a story? Yeah! Would you like to see a story? Yeah! So actually, where we see a story? No. After I narrate you a story, then you can tell me where you saw the story. How you saw the story in your mind and in your memory and in your eyes. You will find everything here. It will turned to a storyland, not a school. Right? So, long time ago, not in a school, in a jungle where all the branches of the tree were swaying. And I would love if you follow me and take part in my storytelling. That would be more interesting, isn't it? Instead of me narrating only like this. And you know, that jungle, so many animals were there. One of apart from other animals. All the animals were there. They were living so peacefully, like you, all children are sitting here peacefully and enjoying. There's no one to. But one day, they are in town. Yes, you know, because the lion found this jungle is so peacefully made, and all the animals are living so peacefully. They understand each other. There is no harm. No one is fear of anything. So I have entered the jungle. And the elephant and the monkey, everyone got scared. Who's this animal? Look. Yes. I am the king of the jungle. Who am I? I am the king of the jungle. And the elephant, bear, and they were not that scared, but do you have cheese in your tiffin box? I would like to eat cheese. So, the cats and the mice all were very scared after seeing the lion entering the jungle, and the cat hid herself behind the tree. And the mice didn't come out of the hole. That was the scene of the jungle after the lion entered the jungle. All the cats and all the mice, they hid themselves because they were scared of the ferocious lion. Yes, what to do? Even after a few days, the cat
fish or little drop of milk in it because she was hiding herself. All of fear and the mice also inside the home. What to do? Every time the lion is coming out of the den and roaring, so now one fine day, all the cats and mouse, they said, let us gather and call for a meeting. Like Supervisor Ma'am says to all the teachers, yes, today 4 o'clock you all have to reach here in the library for a meeting. And all the cats and the mouse settled down. And there was one mouse, very smart one, like one of the smart boys among you all. Pintu! Pintu said, yes, I have a plan how we can kill the lion. I have a plan how we can kill the lion. Yes, the children want to see. I have to enter in the middle of them. Yes. And the muse said, yes, let's do one thing. Let's go to another jungle. What? Is it the right way? The cat, Pussy, proposed, let's not stay here. Let's, at the night, slowly go to another jungle or another people's house because the lion is here, we can't live here. Right now? Right? 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 Oh, right. What I was thinking, okay, then tell me, if in your locality some thief comes, you leave your home and go to some other place, you will leave Bhubaneswar and go to Cuttack. Is it so? If somebody, any thief enters in your locality apartment, what will you do? You will say, Papa, let's leave this apartment and house. Let's go to, say, Rautela. Let's go to Hyderabad. You say that? You say that? Will not? Yes?
And we should call police?
Yes. Smart bomb. When thief is there, we should call police. But the lion sentry, and there was no police in the jungle. So the muse and they all decided, no. Pintu, the mice said,
I have an idea. We are not leaving our place. This jungle is our home. Because the lion entered, we are not leaving the place. Let's not leave the place.
Then Pussy said, then what do you think? You can fight against that ferocious lion?
No, I can't fight alone. But yes, together we can, collectively we can.
Pussy said, collectively we can. So, all the cats and mice made a plan. Yes, the plan was made at that night when the lion was entering to his regular place. Not then, when he came out of the den and he used to sit at one place to show his authority as he was the king of the jungle. Like this sitting. Just at that time, all the cats and mice, they had placed a net on the tree. And as the lion entered, roaring, can we all roar together? 1, 2, 3. And just at that time, what fell on him? The net. How much the lion tried to come out of the net, he could not. And inside the net, he was crumbled like that. And just at that time, the mule and the all of them came closer and said, Lion got angry and tried to but could not. Because he was caught in the net. And just at that time, all the cats and mice were very, very angry on the lion. They started scratching, biting. Because the mice were shouting, started biting and scratching. And slowly, all the animals started hitting the lion. And the lion slowly. What? Right there. And after to our wonderful year, it's my privilege to extend vote of thanks in front of you. First, I would like to thank our resident chief guest, Dr. Bhubaneswar Mishra, who honored this event with his inspirational and motivational thought in spite of several times. Thank you, sir. Also, I would like to thank our most adorable and respected chairman, sir, for his valuable tips to develop literary habits within us. Thank you, sir. Also, I would like to thank our respected and beloved principal, sir, who guided us continuously for the success of this program. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our respected academic supervisors for their cooperation and support. Thank you. Also, I would like to thank my dear colleagues for their support and cooperation. Also, I convey my heartiest thanks to my dear children for your enthusiastic participation and making this event a grand success. I would like to thank the teachers assigned different duties for their support and cooperation. Thank you. I would like to thank our technical staff and other staff members present over here for their support and cooperation for making this day a memorable